How the functional monopoly of health insurance in America is hurting you. Most of us don't really understand how medicine works and how it got to this point. But you have a contract with your health insurance company, whether that is with Blue Cross or with Medicare or with anybody. You have a contract with them. And your provider, the people giving you medicine, they have their own contract with that insurance company. And the two, they're not related. But because it is so hard for you to pick up the phone and talk to your insurance company and get them to explain something, that leaves you out in the cold. And it's even worse because if they explain something and then they say, oh, but you don't qualify for this or you can't have that, what do? It's your health. Well, I'll tell you what you do because I know I've been a doctor for almost 20 years. You call me and you say, Dr. Anderson, this needs to happen for my health. And I say, I'm not your insurance carrier. I don't have the power or the authority to make these decisions for them. But I try to be an intermediary. And I am not successful most of the time. I'm not successful because the more unsuccessful I am, and by corollary you are, the more money the insurance company makes. So what happens is I become the intermediary for your insurance contract. But I have no power or authority to negotiate on your behalf. And because big insurance has gotten so big, neither one of us has a voice anymore. We don't have a voice because big insurance and big companies have bought the laws that have taken us to this point. This point where industry just isn't held accountable. When was the last time you ever heard of a big health insurance company being sued with a class action lawsuit because they are denying prescriptions to be covered or denying needed procedures to happen? It just doesn't happen. Just do a quick Google search for how much money is spent on healthcare lobbying, and you'll be astounded. It probably is no surprise that with about 18% of our gross domestic product going to healthcare in this country, that there's a huge amount of money in lobbying. But let's just look at the last quarter of 2019. Big Pharma spent about $6.5 million so that they could influence Congress to not try to lower the prices of prescription drugs. It's crazy. And Congress, well, they did it. They got their money, and they wrote a law that says, yeah, we shouldn't lower prescription drugs even though the prices are astronomical, even though the U.S. spends on average twice what all other developed nations do for each individual pill that you purchase. Twice. But Congress didn't think it was in the country's best interest to lower prescription drug prices, even though the rest of the world gets about a 50 to 60% break on what they pay for the exact same thing. See, when democracy can be bought, it's no longer a democracy. When our great republic can be bought, it's not. It's an oligarchy. The problem is that with these lobbyists, with this massive amount of money that's being shoved into Congress and then Congress voting based off of how much they're going to get, we then have given the power to the companies. We haven't elected the companies. They shouldn't have that legislative control, but they have bought it. The power that should be in our politicians' back pocket, pun intended, is no longer there. It's whoever pays the most and helps them get reelected. And that creates a monopoly system. A monopoly where all of Big Pharma, all of the insurance companies, they lobby to get what they want passed to our detriment. And that's why medicine, well, one of the reasons, why medicine is just disintegrating in this country. It can't continue. And the only way it will stop is if you and I start voting in who we deserve. And we deserve people who will represent us, help our health, not destroy a system for whoever pays the most money. See, I don't believe that there is a fiscally conservative America and a socially responsible America. I do not believe that. I believe there is a United States of America. And yes, I'm taking this directly from Obama's speech because it's true. If we become united and stop this, stop the flagrant buying of laws so that industry can make tons of money and so that you and I don't get the health care that we deserve, if we don't put our foot down, it will never be of the people, by the people, and for the people. So if you're still listening to this, I have one ask. Please, go to Google, look up how much money is spent on healthcare lobbying, and look at the laws that are passed and do they make sense? Don't take my word for it. Get educated. Because once you're educated, then you're empowered. To learn more common sense solutions, to learn how you can personally get involved, and to be the change you wish to see in the world, subscribe to this channel, and we'll let you know when new videos are out. Please also check out the book I wrote, Universal Death Care, a solution for healthcare in the age of entitlement.